Welcome back, everybody, to another exciting episode. We have a lot to talk about. First of all, the Hex price is pumping like crazy. We got Hex updates on the pump and things like that. We got Pulsechain launch updates. We know you guys all want the Pulsechain launch updates and things like that. The latest news of what's going on. And then we have maybe a story as well about Celsius being insolvent since inception. That was discussed by courts. But we got a lot going on. And thank you guys very much for tuning in, as always. But how are you guys doing in the chat? Oh, got 5 watching. Just waiting for people to come in. Is anyone alive in the chat? Is anyone alive in the live chat? Phil Hammer is here. Hey, what's going on, Phil? Been seeing you on Twitter lately. You've been doing some great things in Fine Crypto. Welcome to the show, Fine Crypto. Hope you like and subscribe. Haven't seen you before. Always nice seeing new people. Mr. Furu. Yeah. Van Garman. Welcome, Van Garman. Have you ever been here live either? I think you never have. So appreciate you tuning in. Hope you could like and subscribe. And a long day, yo. Here, Captain. Market doing better. Yes, it is. You know, all the Hex links to awesome sites. Yeah. Hex to 5 cents, then new lows. What? No bottom? No bottom? Metastaying. What's going on? What is up? I'm looking forward to seeing you on Sunday. Block that calendar part out for you. So have watched you but never timed it when you're live. Appreciate you timing it. Fine. Just subbed. You're leaving already? Appreciate the sub. Stick around. Let's just get into it, guys. We got the Bitcoin chart first. You know, we got to start with Bitcoin. Bitcoin is still the cornerstone of cryptocurrency, even though it's probably, maybe in my non-financial advice opinion, not such a good crypto to hold in terms of mad gains. Guys, if the audio is bad, please let me know and I'll do something about it. Yeah, because yesterday I replayed it and it sounded kind of crappy. So please let me know if the audio sounds like I'm underwater or anything. But yeah, Bitcoin was looking like it was going to pump. Now it kind of wicked back down. Still been going up. I mean, this is 3 green days in a row. Next level of resistance is right over here, which is at about 24,662, going up to 27,800. The bearish divergence is still there, guys. It's still the bearish divergence continues. Yeah, this does not look like a parabolic upside, so it's probably going to retrace sooner or later. Hopefully later than sooner, because the longer it goes up, the more likely it is we bottomed. Because bigger corrections are less likely and less frequent than smaller ones. So there's never 100% confirmation, like something could always go to 0. But the higher it goes up, the less likely we are to go back to those local lows. So the bearish divergence is continuing. And this looks like a weak pump in my non-financial advice opinion. So it's not looking like we're going straight parabolic. Maybe we go like this and then we go back down, maybe retest this, maybe even go as low as this, and then go all the way up. Whoops. How about that? That looks reasonable. That looks like a bottom consolidation. Then we can maybe, honestly, this is bear market, so we could still have rip your face off moves. So then we go down here, then we go higher. Whoops. Delete that. Delete that. Zoom out so we can draw. All right. Okay. So what did we say? 24? 24 is right here. Beginning 2024. So this could be our path. Maybe we go here, back down, up, consolidate, and then we go to new all-time highs. Then we go to new all-time highs. Sound reasonable? That looks reasonable. Go as high as 39,000, still in the bear market, and then we go low to 21, let's say, but we don't break that lower low. That's still a bottom. That could be similar to the first instance in which Bitcoin went all the way down to 3,200 or something, and then it went down to 3,600 or whatever. It was close to the bottom, but it didn't make a new local low, and then it never came back from there. So maybe that's our macro outlook. That's our long-term outlook. This is our long-term outlook here. Let's leave it there and see how it plays out. Might play out exactly like that. It's definitely feel like it's going to be something similar. But as far as the micros, there's micros and there's macros. There's long-term and short-term. Not micro, macro, long-term, short-term. Yeah, we could be headed to that 27K and then retrace. Pump doesn't look strong. Looks like it needs a correction to come up stronger. Still got these weak hands that are trying to get out at a higher price. Maybe break even kind of thing. They bought it up here. Does that sound reasonable? I think it sounds reasonable. Let me know in the comments what you guys think. But that's it for the Bitcoin price. Hex. Wow. What does Ivan on text say? Respect the pump. Let me check the audio, guys. How's the audio doing? Audio good. Thank you, Van Garman. Hex is also looking good. Yeah, we've finally broken out of this massive descending triangle, falling wedge, whatever you want to call it. But Hex was completely respecting the support and resistance over here. And then it's had that fake out. Everyone thought we were going to 1 penny. We were going to 1 penny. Boom, right back into the triangle pattern. And now it's having a breakout, confirmed breakout following, by the way, that bullish divergence, right? We had the lower high, the higher high. And then we had the higher high and lower high, which is a bullish divergence. And that right there is playing out exactly as we predicted, right? I did point out that bullish divergence. So what's next for Hex? It's looking like right over here, right? We're going to maybe hit that 4.6 before we retrace, or maybe break above it and then go as high as 7. So maybe this is testnet V3. This is the testnet V3 target, because testnet V3 should be here within a month, right? 2 months max. So that could be our testnet V3 target, that line over there. And then the one above that is our main net target, right? Main net target, 6.97 cent target right there. And then, so how does it play out? You guys want to see some drawing? Ooh. It's hard to see the big picture here. Let's see. See, Hex really moved up like orders of magnitude that like you need the logarithmic to see in detail the small stuff, but we'll do our best. That's why you use log. So we go up here, testnet v3, a little consolidation, mainnet, rumor, whatever. Then we maybe get a buy the rumor, sell the news. Back down a little bit, consolidate, and then we start going up. And then maybe 23, we have a dump. And then February 24th, we start making those all-time highs. Shoot. Yeah. How about that? How does that look? Oh, Pulsechain, amazing. No. Richard Hart's a scammer. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Hex is the greatest thing ever. Oh, you guys are going to love this. You retrace over there. Whoa. Wow. Wow, Richard Hart is amazing. Whoops. Keep forgetting. Shoot. Wow, Richard Hart is so cool. $1.06. Oh my gosh, retrace. Oh no. Oh no, is it over? No. Whoa. Whoa. See? It's pumping. I'm allowed to get carried away, okay? Whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa. It doesn't stop. $7 top. Then we go all the way back down to like $1.60. Okay. And then everyone's saying, look, it's a pump and dump. It's a pump and dump. Look, everyone, all the insiders got in, and then, they dumped it on all the new people. That's why it's going to go down to under $1. Everyone's going to be like this past this bear market, it was supposed to go under a penny. At this point, everyone's saying it's going under $1. Some good TA right here. Some good TA, no? Look at that. And then you can't even see it anymore. You can't even use linear to look at those price movements during the previous cycle. Kind of like Bitcoin. You're going to need to use a logarithmic. And then they're going to say, look, it was a pump and dump. And then, yeah. So that's really the Hex market outlook. We're pumping. We got to get a little bit carried away. Okay. You guys like it? We could even zoom in. We could even zoom in to make it look more exciting. It's like, oh, whoa, it's going up. It's going up. Whoops. Oh, it's going up. Pulsechain launches. Oh, whoa. Top 26 cents, local top. Oh, I knew it was a scam. Buy the rumor, sell the news. Oh, what? Where's it going? Whoa. Wow. Incredible. Can't even move there. I don't know. Whatever. Yeah. Why can't I even go there? It's not even letting me move there. Whatever. You guys get the point. That's what we're looking at. Not financial advice, and sort of half joking, but it could play out like this. Things get crazy in crypto. I'm just saying. But what do you guys think about that? That's the technical analysis there. You guys wanted technical analysis? You got great technical analysis. And now be sure to click the Bybit link in the description and get wrecked and get me my trading commission. Kidding. Obviously kidding. Obviously kidding. But that's it for the Hex charting. Then we go further. We have crypto bubbles. What a green day. And where is our guy? Right there, Hex 17.6. I checked it this morning. It was like really, really strong against the broader market. Maybe if we go to the weekly, we could get better numbers. Look at that. Render, insane. Hex 22.9. One of the biggest movers, one of the bigger movers. But this morning on the daily, it was like the biggest mover. And I'm sure a lot of people were tweeting that. Shout out to Crypto Bubbles. Definitely Hex is one of the bigger movers, but not the biggest like it was this morning. But enjoy the pump, guys. Enjoy the pump. Hopefully we could get as high as, 6 cents, 8 cents before any pullback on our way to $7 or whatever. But we got Hex daily stats. I'm sure we got some onboards because, again, people like buying Hex when the price is up. People like buying expensive stuff, okay? Ask Richard Hart about that. But we got 561x from all-time low, 6.3 payout per T-share, 115 changing current holders. Unbelievable. And 18 changing current stakers. Very good day, as expected, because it generally correlates with price. So, yeah, I mean, that is the rundown for the Hex metrics. Let's see what you guys are saying in the chat. To some of your awesome too. I hope you guys are happy with this. I hope this was good. Michelle, welcome to the stream. Hi Hexagons. Hi Michelle. Thanks for tuning in. A long could you shorten the day? The name, a long day ago. Nice vision for Hex. On a side note, do you have any thoughts of Mintra NFT site by to launch on Pulsechain? I sacrificed into it, hoping to market my artwork as NFTs. I know Gerardo started it, and he's a pretty trusted Hexagon. But is it going to? I mean, so I guess it'll probably be a platform that works. He's probably not going to run away with your money without giving you the no expectations airdrop. But as far as price performance, it's going to probably be in the shadow of Pulsechain, Hex, and PulseX, like everything. I mean, like everything being built on Pulsechain or being built by people within the community. So I think most cryptos don't work. I don't know much about it. I know there's a buy and burn, and I know Gerardo's a really nice guy and a very smart guy. So I could say that much, but I definitely wouldn't recommend it. Although I can't give recommendations because I'm not a financial advisor. But I prefer Hex, right? I think Hex is a safer and probably a higher upside potential token. It would be hard for me to imagine any of these outperforming Hex in its second cycle, let alone Pulsechain in its first. But we'll see. Definitely going to be interesting. And if it does really well, maybe I'll pay closer attention. But good question. Thank you. Like the TA, gonna hold you to it. No, don't hold me to it. Don't ever hold me to it. My TA. I cannot be held to. But I appreciate that. Meta staying. And we got 27 watching. So if you're enjoying the show, make sure you like, subscribe, and share. Let's start off with a tweet from Furu Finance. Did I get any more likes on this one? This is a good tweet. This is about XRP. So XRP Army. But wouldn't it be better for the XRP Army if Ripple loses the lawsuit? If it were a security, at least Ripple would have an obligation to do well for their shareholders, right? You have to, securities, there's expectation to profit from the work of others. If Ripple wins and XRP is not a security, Ripple can continue dumping without worry. I mean, now, why doesn't anyone like this except for Jerry? Thank you, Jerry, for liking and commenting. But yeah, as a security, there's an obligation of the company to do well for the shareholders. So let's say they're recklessly dumping the XRP token, which is a stock, it's a share in the company, to pay for maybe things that are unnecessary or whatever, they might get sued by their shareholders, or maybe their shareholders could overrule it. The XRP army could say, hey, wait a second, why'd you guys dump 310 million tokens in this last quarter of 2022? That's not acceptable. Maybe they'd have to stop it. But if XRP is not a security, if XRP is in fact not a security, then they can do whatever they want. They could just nuke the price. They could bring it to zero and it's not a problem. Like all these companies that are registered with SEC as securities, they can't just nuke the price. That would be an issue. But XRP, Ripple could do that with XRP if it's not a security. That's the problem with XRP not being a security. So maybe the XRP army should want XRP to be a security, because then the Ripple company would actually have to respect them instead of just, maybe hyping it up or whatever, saying nice things about it and then completely using them as liquidity. So that's an interesting thought. And I'm not so fluent in the security laws and things like that. So someone could correct me if I'm wrong, but there are circumstances, according to ChatGPT at least, where it would be unacceptable to issue or just dump shares on their shareholders. There has to be a reason for it. They can't just simply dilute it. They're subject to regulations. So I think a victory in this lawsuit would certainly be a victory for Ripple, because they could give themselves a raise and dump some more XRP. But would it be a victory for the XRP army? I don't think so. I don't think it would be. I think it would be a tremendous loss. There's no accountability. The good thing about Hex is that Hex is not a company. It's not a centralized entity. Nobody needs to dump Hex on, the Hex community to raise money for real estate, research and development, payroll, everything, all expenses incurred by the company. There's none of that in Hex. There's none of that in all the best performing cryptos that have continued to make higher highs, unlike XRP, except for BNB maybe, and maybe very few others. But Doge, SHIB, no company. Bitcoin, no company. Ethereum, no company. Although there's the Ethereum Foundation and Vitalik who dump, but whatever. It's not like, as I'm sure they don't incur the expenses that Ripple does. Monero, no company. Only one's BNB. But yeah, so this would be maybe I don't know. It's an interesting thing I thought about, but nobody, I don't know. It's a little bit of a thought exercise. Hopefully, this gets adopted. Maybe it catches on and people on XRP start waking up and realizing that they're not being treated best and they should go to where they're treated best. And obviously Hex treats people the best, although there's no expectation from the work of others. There are no expenses incurred because there is no centralized entity behind the Hex smart contract. It's decentralized, no admin keys, nothing. So hopefully XRP community could awaken to the fact that they're being treated like garbage and laughed and scoffed upon by people like Brad and David Schwartz, who just, and what's his name? Who's the guy that dumped? What's his name? What's that guy's name? Ed McCaleb and things like that. And the reason why I'm bringing this up is because actually on TikTok, which you should be following me at Furu Finance, got 754 followers. I get 1,000. I can start doing live streams there. 9,547 views in under a day. That's insane. TikTok. That's more views than any of my YouTube videos. I got that in under a day. That just shows you how important TikTok is. Point is that I got this actually from Sami, and I gave him credit. You see over here in the corner, source credit to your friend Sami on Twitter. Thank you, Sami. But yeah, I covered the fact that they're getting dumped on. They got 310 million XRP tokens dumped by Ripple on their community to raise money. And that's been getting a lot of traction. So I made another one this morning. Hopefully it does as well or even better. And then people start going where they're treated best, like Hex and things like that. So that was cool. And that's why I bring it up now. But yeah, that's interesting. That's an interesting way to look at it, and maybe it should be considered more by the XRP community. Maybe a victory in this lawsuit is not such a victory, but I don't know. What do you guys think? Is a victory in this lawsuit a victory for XRP? Let me know in the chat. Next up, we got Blossom Daily. Daily, basically quoting a video of Richard Hart. Talking to this guy, I forget who this guy is, but nice guy. This was a great interview. And he said, maybe they printed so much money, you don't get 11K, you just get 15K. So I actually spoke about this yesterday, that maybe Richard Hart is wrong, but we could reinterpret it. We could reinterpret that he did say that, and this was when Bitcoin's local low was at 30,000, Richard Hart talks about. So we could reinterpret it that 11K in Prey, he said maybe 15, so not as wrong. The only thing is that he has doubled down on 11K in Prey, but that was before I think the Mount Gox unlock was postponed. And a big reason he said we're still getting 11K in Prey is because the Mount Gox unlocks. So now that the Mount Gox unlocks is not happening until September, it's very possible that even Richard Hart would pivot, especially considering the recent price action. But this is some interesting stuff. Maybe it's the bottom. Maybe everyone waiting for a penny hex is going to be buying at a nickel. Like Johnny Chaos said, those who wait for a penny will buy it at a nickel. It seems like what he said is unfolding in real time, pretty much exactly how he said it. But we'll have to see. If 11K in Prey happens, it could be very different. So we'll have to see. But thank you, Blossom Daily. Go follow her at Blossom Daily on Twitter. Next up, we got my guy, my friend, Sami. This guy's like a regular. I keep on quoting him because he has such good stuff. So he cited the Heikinashi candles for Bitcoin, or this was Hex, I'm sorry. Basically, Heikinashi candles, they usually don't flip until there's until I guess they usually don't flip until there's a major trend change, meaning like until it flipped, once it flipped red, there were no more green candles. But there are obviously exceptions, and I wouldn't consider it a reliable indicator. And I would never rely on any indicator. But I'll like and retweet that. But it did flip green. So maybe we're going to get a lot more green, because usually when it flips red, there's a lot of red. And when it flips green, there's a lot of green. But we could get another one of those fake outs. So it's not really so reliable. But it is cool. And we are very oversold again. I keep on saying. But we could just read it. If you have money, but you're scared of investing, we had 15 red monthly Heikinashi candles in a row for Hex. There is no hope, optimism, thrill, or euphoria. We are still in disbelief. The discount is enormous. Hope comes after 2 to 3 green monthly candles. Yeah, true. I mean, there is some hope, especially with the Pulsechain launch, but nevertheless, making some great points. Your friend Sami, you should be following him. This is one of the best accounts that I've seen lately. So shout out to your friend Sami. And this one, he's saying, top 5 reasons I'm bullish on Hex path to $1.50. Topics: mainstream influencers, Pulsechain secret sacrifice, growth and liquidity, right? The Donald Trump of crypto. Richard Hart is the Donald Trump of crypto. That's true. Eric Wall, as the chosen one. Hex Ladies path to 150. So it's a 30-minute video, but that is cool. He's saying 150. Is it 150 factoring in both EHEX and PHEX, or like the combination of EHEX and PX? Like, let's say PX goes to $1 and EX goes to 50. I don't know. He's probably just saying one. So it could be, let's say EX goes to 150 and PX goes to 2, and then you got 350 right there. Or you could get 7, like I did in my not my lighthearted TA session. But is that 7 the combination of EX and PX, or just EX? I don't know. I have to think about that. Could be the combination. Maybe we get 350 EX, 350 PX, or 4 PX, 3 EX, whatever. Hopefully there's mad gains. But I like that. And I like this too. And he talks about big names that sacrifice for Pulsechain: Ivan on Tech, Crypto Banter, BitBoy Crypto, and the Moon Carl. It really bothers me that the Moon Carl is not open about it. BitBoy Crypto, Crypto Banter, and Ivan on Tech are. And as I explained, this is one of the things I explained. Like, it's very hard to win over a crypto influencer given Hex's polarization and fringeness, being fringe on the internet, because a lot of people out there think Richard Hart is a scammer solely because maybe the way he acts and dresses, and obviously not really understanding Hex, which obviously means there's a lot of opportunity. But the point is, BitBoy Crypto, Crypto Banter, the Moon, Ivan on Tech, especially Ivan on Tech was in last bull market at least. BitBoy Crypto, Crypto Banter, the Moon Carl wasn't, but their rise, their meteoric rise, happened off covering cryptos like Bitcoin, Ethereum, Cardano, very mainstream cryptos, very normie cryptos, or like even like newer cryptos that are hyped up like Phantom or whatever. But the point is that those communities are way bigger than Hex. They're not as engaging, they're not as cool, they're not as smart, but they're way bigger. And they watch these channels. And if these people would openly talk favorably about Richard Hart and Hex, a lot of them wouldn't like it and they'd leave. So honestly, it's very impressive that these people even have Richard Hart on the show. I think that's big. I think they're doing a lot. They're doing a lot, and people shouldn't ridicule them. But to expect them to really go out on a limb and be super bullish Hex is expecting too much. It's just the way it is, for better or for worse. And that's good because it allows people like me to come out and cover it and get a decent following, because the bigger accounts aren't covering it, and there's obviously a market to cover it. But it's not good maybe in terms of mass adoption. But that'll change. Hopefully the dynamics will change. I think it will become, once it reaches that mainstream, once Hex becomes something like Ethereum or Cardano, comes on to that level, to that caliber of notoriety, so to speak, and everything like that, it'll be easy to cover, but that's when the opportunity is diminished, right? So once you could just buy Hex on Coinbase, Ivan on Tech will cover it, no problem. He'll do a video of his staking ladder or Crypto Banter, whatever. Those people will do it because at this point it will be confirmed that Richard Hart is in fact not a scammer. So they'll be able to cover these people in the open, and it'll probably get them do more help than harm. But right now, we're just not there yet. So we got to do it ourselves. We got to do it ourselves, and we're doing it ourselves. But the good news is that I'd rather get in before everyone gets in, before the mainstream gets in, before it's talked about on television, before Richard Hart, goes on Tucker Carlson today like Michael Saylor did, because then you're going to get dumped on. Then you're getting dumped on. Sorry, man. Like, it's too late. You could still have good returns, and obviously you have the yield, which is going to be very high even then, but it's not the same. It's not the same. That's just the way it is. That's just the way it is. So I'm not complaining about them gatekeeping. It's a good opportunity for me. It's a good opportunity for you. If you want to get out there and become an influencer, this is a great opportunity. Big influencers are not really streaming that much. And a lot of people want to hear Hex news, Pulsechain news. And that means that you could get in front of the line. But that's going to be gone. I'm telling you, once Hex is at all-time highs, all the big influencers are going to be streaming every day. They're going to be popping the champagne on stream. They're going to be driving the Lambos. You know, they're going to be doing all sorts of crazy stuff, maybe even hanging out with celebrities, some of them. And the opportunity's gone. Maybe some of them will be on television. Like, you're not going to be able to engage with them. You're not going to be able to start a channel. I mean, it'll be considerably harder. And that's just what it is. And the proof of that is, like, look at, I do Bitcoin technical analysis, I do Hex technical analysis, and I post both of them, right? I post both of them. So if you look here, let's go to YouTube. Furu Finance on YouTube. Your channel. There we go. So look at my videos. Yeah. This is my Hex TA, 137 views. This is my Matty Allen Pulsechain launch time frame, 2.7 thousand views. Update on Pulsechain, 752 views. Bitcoin technical analysis, 18 views. Why is that? Because so many bigger accounts are covering it. They're getting algorithmic priority. There aren't a lot of big accounts there. If any, there are no big accounts they're covering Hex. The biggest one is Crypto Coffee. You know, he's got 27,000 and he's not on every day. If BitBoy Crypto were doing Hex every day, I would be getting these kind of numbers. That's just how it is. So now's the opportunity for you to establish a good footing as an influencer. I'm just saying, especially in TikTok, TikTok more so than anything else. But the point is that, yes, I'm sure I would not be surprised at all if Ivan on Tech has a staking ladder. Rand Nooner would not be surprised at all. I wouldn't be surprised if any of them do. But they're not going to talk about it because they don't want to risk losing their followers. They don't want to risk, you know, being ostracized by their community, the community that supports them, that pays them, and that gives them the engagement that they need. That's just the way it is. So if you want to do it yourself. You know, once the price picks up, everything will take care of itself. You know, more people will come in. Everyone's going to want to cover it because it's the hot topic. Everyone's going to want to have Richard Hart on their show. That's just the way it is. Price is the ultimate marketing tool. But until then, it's me and you. So get out there. You could do it. Go make some TikToks. Go get in that Hex TikTok and YouTube short chat. Go start posting those Hex TikTok and YouTube shorts. Matter of fact, I'm going to actually link it right now. Go get out there, guy. Go get out there, buddy. Go start making those TikToks and shorts so you could establish footing as an influencer and really reap the benefits in the future. Okay. You know, come on. You want to make something of yourself? You want everyone to think you're cool? Now's the time. Now's the time to get going. When the going get tough, the tough get going. And not only that, the tough get rewarded for going. Once the going's not tough anymore, you know, everyone gets going. And when everyone gets going, you're facing an uphill battle, guys. So that's why go click this link right now. Join the Hex TikTok and YouTube shorts. Start posting TikToks. Start posting shorts. Establish your footing as an influencer in the Hex community. Don't shill garbage. Don't pay to play. Don't shill vampire tax. Be responsible, or lest you maybe suffer the consequences of being ostracized. And get going. It's not easy now. It's going to be easy soon. Soon everybody and their mom and their dog is going to be making these videos. But too late. You're not going to have a following. And Ivan on Tech's going to be covering Hex on the daily. Jim Cramer is going to be covering Hex when he covers cryptocurrency. Oh, this Hex thing. It went to $40 and now it's back down to 10. I don't trust this Richard Hart guy. Like, that's what it's going to be. Okay. That's not for sure what it's going to be, but it's very possible that that's what it will be. And then it's too late. It's too late to buy. It's too late to be an influencer. Yeah, that's really that as far as that. But shout out to Sami. Look at the chat. Maddie Crypto, good afternoon. Thanks for watching. Like and share. I agree. How does your channel rank using keywords in vidIQ? I don't know what that means in terms of vidIQ, but if you want to rank an algorithm, the only keywords you're going to be able to use are Hex Pulsechain and PulseX. Again, because I said you got to get a niche thing to cover. If you're covering like Bitcoin or Ethereum or Cardano, not getting ranked, man, because those big influencers are ahead of you. But yeah, you know how you could get ranked? You could get ranked in TikTok. Like I use XRP hashtag on TikTok, 9,000 views in under a day. Yeah, TikTok is where you could actually rank with mainstream hashtags. So if you're on YouTube, Twitter, forget it. I just did an XRP hashtag on Twitter. It got nothing, one like. You're only going to get the niches. TikTok, you have the opportunity to do some serious outbound marketing, which is not present anywhere else. So get the hell on there. But money ATL.E, stop all this unnecessary BS talk and do giveaway. Yeah, you do giveaway, buddy. Watch your mouth. Stefan, wise words, TikTok and YouTube shorts. Exactly. Tools for YouTube. I'm not sure what you mean. You have to be more specific. But yeah, you're not going to rank on YouTube. You're not going to get a million views anymore using Bitcoin. It's just those days are over. The days of virality on YouTube are over. Unless you're a big account, you're not going viral. Unless it's like a very niche thing. If you get into like a niche thing, for example, Hex, and then you get a following, you establish footing, and then it goes mainstream, then you could go viral. Then you could have like hundreds of thousands, millions of subscribers and things like that. But if not, just don't even try, man. It's not even worth it. I tried it, and I still try it a little bit, but it doesn't do anything. You have to be. It's like winning the lottery, getting viral on YouTube these days. But yeah, moving on, we got our Pulse Chain updates. New. Pulse Chain news and talk at Pulse_chain news. Pulse Chain development update. Richard Hart, Win, gave a personal estimate for launch within 1 to 3 weeks. Very close. Pulse Chain and PulseX will now be supporting 4 major clients right at launch. Prism, Geth, Go Ethereum, being the main and most important of the 4. KDP says Prism. Okay. Sweet. Bullish. Uber, mega, super bullish, right? But yeah, it's just cool because he doesn't tweet a lot. So KDP tweets a lot, and she tweets some good stuff. So go follow her at KDP Crypto. But it appears the sync is going well. So we started the sync yesterday or something. Clients are running smooth. No current issues after supply increase, etc. No further consensus development. Pulse Chain V3 is very close. I'd say Richard is entering impatient mode now, like all of us. I don't know. Do you think so? What do you guys think? You guys think Richard's had enough? He just wants Pulse Chain. He's telling himself every morning, when Pulse Chain, sir. But yeah, you see that? It's going smoothly. It's going smoothly. 2 to 3 weeks was given. 1 to 3 weeks was given 2 weeks ago. So maybe we have a week left. Good stuff, KDP Crypto. And then more KDP Crypto. We love KDP Crypto. Appears there is 2 explorers like ETH, the execution layer, and the consensus layer. Richard Hart is getting very close to dropping V3 to melt haters' faces. The white photo looks really nice. Look at that, guys. What a block explorer right there. Very nice. And then the dark mode stuff. This is the consensus layer. Things are going along fine, okay? Anybody that doubted whether or not this was going to launch or whether or not, it was halted is not looking really good. The integrity of the people that what's it called, that were saying that maybe it was shut down because of the SEC, blah blah blah, is going out the window. Yo, you're getting banned, bro. Get out of here. Go stream yourself. Annoying. Yeah, so that's that. And next up we got, okay, this was cool. So this guy says, here are some stage completion times for a recent Aragon client sync. Keep in mind, we do not know the specs of the two device, so the comparison between this device and the Pulsechain team device is unknown. But these are the 13 stages for ETH validator syncing stats, and Pulsechain's, I guess, doing the same thing. We were in 7 of 18, maybe 8 now, 7 of 16. That guy said 18, but it was really 16. So 7 of 16 of the Aragon client sync, right? So people are saying, how long is it going to take, right? How long is it going to take? How long are the remaining 9 stages going to take? So we have some sort of way to measure it. So 7 is 90 hours. It's like 4 days, roughly, a little bit less. Then 8 is only an hour, 43 minutes, 5 hours. These are all really short. So it should be very quick, right? It should be here very quickly according to this time frame. This is how long it takes to sync. If Pulsechain takes as long as Ethereum to sync, and we're in stage 7, which is, let's say, 4 days. I don't know. That came out like 2-3 days ago. We should be days away, according to that, right? According to that, Pulsechain testnet v3 should be days away. But I don't know. What do you guys think? And then we got K4K Crypto. K4K, he hasn't been streaming in a while, but he says, yeah, I think we're close. Can't wait to make videos on what to expect from mainnet launch. Once we see all the updates, you won't want to miss these videos. 10,000x opportunity cost. Awesome. He's going to be making videos again. He's like a black belt content creator, but he's going to be making videos again. And that goes back to what I said earlier, that the opportunity, once the price is pumping, it's going to be a lot more difficult because people like K4K that have massive followings are going to be streaming regularly, because there's a lot to talk about and there's a lot to cover and there's a lot to educate people with. So buy the dip, in my opinion, not financial advice, but this is awesome stuff. It looks like, based on these metrics, we're getting very, very close, but it looks like Pulsechain is very, very close, but obviously let me know in the chat what you guys think. 38 people watching. If you're enjoying the content, make sure you like this video and you subscribe to the channel. I would very much appreciate a like and subscribe, and let me know any questions you have in the chat or super chat. But just appreciate you guys watching. While I'm waiting for you guys to ask questions, obviously, go to furufinance.com and schedule your free one-on-one today. A lot of people, probably the biggest topic that I've been doing was the Pulsechain launch. People have a lot of ideas how they want to approach the Pulsechain launch, with regard to buying Pulse, buying PulseX, buying PHEX, buying EHEX now, things like that. And it's a great thing to talk about, and it's great to run it through other people. And it would be great to run it through me. So go to furufinance.com and schedule your free one-on-one, or you could do a paid one for an hour. Whatever it is, go do that today. Whether you want to discuss that or other things, I just found that most people are talking about Pulsechain launch and things like that. But we could talk about anything. We could talk about anything. Technology, what makes crypto go up, scams, market cycles, price performance, anything you guys want. Go to furufinance.com and book today. But and guys, any questions you guys have, go drop them in the chat right now. But yeah, as far as this, you just schedule, book now, and then you pick a date, pick a time, and then the Zoom meeting gets sent to you. So go make that happen right now. But anyways, what are your guys' questions? Maybe we'll talk about other things also. Chad Donnerschwans is here. Welcome to the chat, Chad. So many breathing neckbeards in the chat the last couple of days. Yes, great, very true. Mark G. After the network sync also means snapshot for tokens for Pulsechain. I heard it's just gonna the snapshot, whatever. It's just gonna be at launch, like when it launches, everything gets copied over. I don't think there's gonna be a snapshot and then a launch, but I don't know. Maybe things changed. Angel Fund says, "Let's talk." Yes, let's talk today. Yeah, so we got 40 watching. If you're enjoying, please like and subscribe. But I guess next up we could cover something else. We got cryptocurrency lender Celsius was insolvent since inception. Investigation finds. Investigation into Celsius found its collapse was about much more than just the price of Bitcoin. Ooh. Turns out the Celsius network, a cryptocurrency lender that promised customers 17% annual yield on their deposits, was indeed too good to be true. Hey, Hex does 35, but there's no middleman, and it's trustless. So it's not too good to be true. But yeah. The case of Celsius was the company halted withdrawals and transfers in June 2022 amid a liquidity crisis, citing extreme market conditions. The price of Bitcoin had halved in 2 months' time. In June, Celsius filed for bankruptcy, and its founder and CEO, Alex Mashinsky, resigned in September. But according to a court-ordered investigation into the company, the falling price of Bitcoin was only part of the problem. Celsius's failure was, in fact, intrinsic to its business model, the investigator found. Celsius Network was on a standalone basis, has been insolvent since inception, wrote Shobha Pillay. Behind the scenes, Celsius conducted its business in a starkly different manner than how it marketed itself to its customers in every key respect, Pillar wrote. The report says that while Mashinsky promised customers their deposits were safe with Celsius, he and other executives were actually using those deposits to buy and sell and prop up the company's native cryptocurrency while they sold their individual stakes in the coin for profit. There you go. Literally stealing money. They took people's Bitcoin, they bought sell, and then they cashed out their sell. So they used people's money as liquidity for them to just sell. I mean, that's to sell their sell, to sell their sell. Ha 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 ha. But that is bad. The maneuver benefited Celsius executives while further depleting their company's liquidity. That's terrible. That is really bad if this is true. Yeah, really bad. So why are people making a big deal of FTX and not this? I mean, this seems as bad, if not worse, right? Literally using other people's money to pump their bags and sell it. Sell the sell, but that's really bad. Obviously, everyone knows, and I like covering Celsius because I was in Celsius. I used to watch those AMAs with Alex Mashinsky saying, "Yeah, banks are not your friends," and he had some good information. But obviously, he's saying we're the most transparent and honest, open company. And there were so many influencers out there, and many of those influencers are now the ones that are like calling out Mashinsky and like calling out Celsius. It's a scam, and like they're kind of the voice for updates. They're the source for updates and things like that for the court filings. An example of that is Aaron Bennett. Aaron Bennett used to speak regularly on his show, giving a recap of Alex Mashinsky's AMA. He never looked under the hood. He just enjoyed what's it called? He enjoyed the referral links and all those things. There's Aaron Bennett. There was Simon Dixon, where Bank to the Future invested into Celsius. There were all those things. So yeah, that just goes to show you have to do your own research. You can't even trust me. You can't trust anyone but yourself, because people out there are in it for themselves. And in the case of like Bennett and Simon Dixon, like obviously Simon had a serious stake in the company. Bennett's getting referral links. BitBoy Crypto's getting referral links. Everyone's getting referral links. So they don't necessarily care about, how things are going under the hood. Or at least they don't care enough to check and see basically whether things are going well or not. And some people did. Some people were able to figure it out, and they got out. And some people called them out before it even happened. Some people knew it was an inevitable cascade, like Richard Hart. If you have money on sell, pull it. So yeah, I also like covering Celsius, because Celsius is a great on-ramp, because the community is looking for yield. And they were looking for it the wrong way, and they're probably going to be looking for it again. So it is a good target market. And they're probably, if people don't reach out to them, they're probably going to look in the wrong places. They're probably going to go to the next thing. Like Simon Dixon tried to funnel everyone from Celsius to Salt Lending, and then that went bankrupt. And then he canceled his purchase and things like that. So it's important to reach out to Celsians and things like that. Maybe I'll clip this and make a video for Celsians, that you could find a protocol that pays you a higher rate of return without the middleman risk. And it also prevents you from selling early or late. So shout out to Celsius, not Celsius, but shout out to the Celsians. Come where you're treated best. I talked about XRP dumping on their community, using them as liquidity. They're not treated well. Talk about Celsius taking people's funds and pumping their bags and leaving. That they're not treated well. But here you're treated best. The program is programmed to treat you best. Meaning if you do well by the coin will do well by you. You do well by the coin by not selling it. The coin will do well by going up, and the protocol will pay you. So that is awesome. That is like such a good target market, and such a good community to onboard, and such a good way to get people saved from really improving, from really falling for scams and stuff. So I guess that's really it for the Celsius story. That's it for the Pulsechain updates. We're going to go look at the chats and see what you guys are saying. And obviously 49 people watching. Hope you're enjoying. I'll let the comments come in. But in the meantime, you could go to furufinance.com and schedule your free call today. Anyways, enough of that. Mark G says, after the network sync also means snapshot for tokens for Pulsechain. The network sync. Yeah, well, we covered that. Sorry. Scotty T. How are we doing on TikTok? It's amazing that you ask me, because people are DMing me that I've been seeing such a difference, with activity and the promotion of Hex, Richard Hart, and obviously all other, Pulsechain, PulseX on TikTok since you started the TikTok campaign. And obviously it's not really credit to me, although I did some, and I think I was the one that really pointed it out. You get in that chat, the Hex TikTok and YouTube Shorts chat, there are people that are pumping out like 3-4 videos a day, and they're good videos. So let me give them a shout out. Actually, thanks for bringing that up. Let me look here who to give a shout out to. But yeah, people have been DMing me that they've been seeing a massive difference in the Hex Richard Hart engagement and the promotion of Richard Hart on TikTok. It's making a big difference. It's making a bigger difference than anything that could possibly have been done with paid for marketing. It's the right thing to do now. This is the way to market. It's supposed to market in a way that like anything fringe, crypto, not 100% fringe. Hex is still very fringe. And obviously that's why I keep saying that's the opportunity. That's Richard Hart already said that, but fringe marketing, fringe projects, fringe cryptos require fringe marketing. It requires marketing to people that are really deep in crypto. They really understand it. Those are the best target markets, like to market in a macro way. If you want to do macro marketing, like I could onboard a friend because I'm there. I could really go back and forth and talk to him and really explain to him the opportunity and, hold his hand through the process of purchasing on a decentralized exchange and things like that. But if you're trying to market through advertising, even if someone likes the Hex commercial or the Hex ad, whatever, it's not a seamless onboard. They're not going to be able to make it. They're not going to be able to know what to do, buy a hardware wallet, Coinbase, decentralized exchange. That's a lot of stuff. And especially when the price is down 95%. People like buying tops and selling bottoms. So right now, the best people to get to are the people that are already, knowledgeable of crypto. They understand the cyclical nature, things like that. And you can't get to them on YouTube. Like I was saying earlier, you can only get to them on TikTok. I use the XRP hashtag, 9,000 views in under a day. You're not using the XRP hashtag on YouTube and getting to anyone. You're getting like 15, 20. That's me with 2,000 subs. So let me give a shout out. We got Seek5555. He's been probably the best, if not, or one of the best. I don't want to say anyone in particular was the best. You have VRD Hex. You have Pete Swag. He's been on YouTube Shorts, been doing a good job. You have Nico Hilsensauer. And you have Charlie 2020. She's been excellent. Jay, Crypto Nomad. A lot of people just really doing a great job. Jamie Crypto, a lot of people, and it's really making a difference. It's making a huge difference. And even if it doesn't get people straight to Hex, it's gonna get them interested, and it's gonna get the algorithm to start further promoting. If the algorithm sees interest in a topic, it keeps bringing it back. And it's going to keep coming back. And then they're going to be like, oh my God, I saw it early and I just missed a 10X. Like, gosh, I got to get this. I'm saying like, that's the kind of thing that happens today. It's organic marketing that's very effective, very cost effective because there's no cost. But yeah, shout out to those people. Get in the Hex TikTok and YouTube Shorts Telegram, which I'm linking right now. Oh, you know who's good? The Gold Key guy from Maximus DAO. He's been putting in some quality work too. So shout out to him. But get in there. Get to Hex TikTok and YouTube Shorts. But yeah, thanks for asking and join the movement. This is the time to really get your hands dirty, get to work. Because like I keep saying, once the bull market comes, it happens by itself, right? Price performance speaks for itself. But how the price performs in the bull market is dependent on what we do today. And the more work we do now, without expectations from the work of others, the bigger the pump is. So right now is really where you build that foundation. And let's build it. Let's build it. We've been doing well, but we could be doing better. Keep up the great content. We was happy to see Crypto 7 give you a shout out on the channel. Oh, thanks, bro. Crypto 7. I like Furu Finance, Deep Thinker. Thank you. I like Crypto 7. Crypto 7 is Deep Thinker and has great streams. So I really appreciate that. Yeah, very smart man. And he had a great speech during the Hex conference as well. I actually quoted the algo having 500, and I was the undercard I was the undercard to Crypto 7 and Richard Hart. And my panel with 4 people had more views than it was like 1,700 at my time. That was more than the entire algo conference. And obviously Crypto 7 had a lot more than 1,700. But yeah, thank you. I appreciate that. So Stefan, 100%. Thanks, Doc. Thanks, Doc. Funding Jim, thank you very much for tuning in. I appreciate you, and I appreciate the work you're doing. And Monica, MoFit Meals, Furu. Give me a hug. Hi, everyone. Frank. Hex Love said, does anyone else realize that Alex Synergy predicted the exact day WhatsApp would break even? He said 170-ish. He said 170. Yeah, go check that out. And Frank, thank you so much for tuning in. I appreciate you, and I'll check that out. Send me an email. But yeah, we got 53 watching. Please like and subscribe. If you have any other comments or questions, now is not a bad time. It's probably the only time until tomorrow. I'll give you guys a minute. Cheers, mate. Cheers, mate. Crypto 7, thanks. Brazology, hey Monica, hey Brazology, thank you for the shout out on Matty Allen's stream. I appreciate it. I love getting a shout out. Scotty Lee says, thank you for the hard work, Furu. It's greatly appreciated. Thank you, Scotty. Adam Rosenberg, looking like 53 cents is the new support. Yeah, hopefully it holds. Hopefully it holds as support. We got 59 watching. So you guys are all tuned in. I'm going to have to stick around longer if you guys have any questions. Yeah. What's going on, Brazology? Again. But until your questions are asked, let me just shill furufinance.com. Schedule your free call or become a Patreon and support the cause. But yeah, become a patron, support the cause, and go to furufinance.com. Link is in the description as well. And schedule your free call today. Go make that game plan for the Pulsechain launch or whatever it is you want to talk about. But it's looking like testnet V3 is close. Testnet V3 is close. It's looking like the market's maybe possibly bottomed, especially since Richard said it could be 15K in that old interview. That's what we covered today. Crypto 7 says Bitcoin just touched 24K. Let's take a look at the Bitcoin chart. Crypto 7 also called the bottom, I believe. 24. We got a bearish divergence. So the bearish divergence continues to play out. And I don't believe in technical analysis, just a disclaimer, but it's all we could do when we look at charts, okay? But it's completely inaccurate and completely unreliable and silly. But the bearish divergence for Bitcoin, bearish divergence is probably, from what I've seen, the most credible. I don't even know if they're really credible because it's saying it's going up. Like, there's always retraces. So is it really because of a bearish divergence, or it's just going up long enough it's inevitably going to have a pullback? I don't know. It's probably the latter, but Hex had a bullish divergence. Hex had a massive bullish divergence, actually, and that's playing out clearly. Lower high, higher high on the RSI, and then on the chart, there's a higher high, lower high, and then you have obviously that massive breakout that we're looking at 3.28. So the bullish divergence, is this the beginning of the decorrelation? Hyper hex coinization? I don't know. Yes, market is ignoring bad news now, which is bull market trade only. Yeah, that's what it's true. Like, who's really going to sell on bad news at this point? If you're going to sell on bad news, then you would have sold. That's why I think you tweeted about this, but the Voyager official bankruptcy declaration led to maybe even a pump. So I wouldn't say it's a bull market. I say it's not the beginning of the bear market. It's not the end of the bear market. It's the beginning of the end. So I think we're going to have some consolidation, but I think that could mean the bottom's in. I think it's the beginning of the end. I think that's the best way to phrase where we are currently, the beginning of the end of the bear market. Especially just look at the macros. There's rate hike decreases, inflation going down. There's Bitcoin halving coming up, oversold market, and then within Hex there's a Pulsechain launch which is coming up. So beginning of the end, things are looking like they're going to turn around. That doesn't mean we're not going to have some heartbreaking dumps, but it does mean that possibly the bottom's in. But Hex is correlated to Pulsechain launch. Yeah, I guess. Yeah, I mean, clearly. That's the thing. So that's why I said Richard Hart doubling down on the 11K and pray could be hurting the Hex price because, well, it can't be hurting it that much because it's pumping, but there are a lot of Hex skins that are probably waiting for 11K to put in money, to put in dry powder to buy Hex because they think it's going to be under a penny, but I don't know if they're going to get that. And Crypto 7 agrees. Thank you. Maddie Allen is here. And Maddie Allen joined me yesterday. And I put you in the thumbnail and you got me a lot of views. So I thank you. I put you in the thumbnail. I don't know if you saw this yet, Maddie, but so this one didn't as much because it was with the Fed, but this Maddie Allen gives Pulsechain launch time frame 2.7 thousand views. You're a big name, Maddie. Yeah, put that next to my other videos. It's dwarfing it. So thank you. And thank you for coming on. But yeah, and that was actually some good insight also, not just to the Pulsechain V3 time frame, but there was also some insight into the Ethereum launch and Fed, just a lot of stuff. A lot of times, like Maddie just says things that like really are like, whoa, like I didn't think of it like that. Very out of the box. My pleasure. Thanks for having me on. Always, always. And Michael Light says 70 million USD is sitting in Hex wallets, maybe waiting for Pulsechain Hex. So I guess if anyone wants to maybe put their opinion on this, like Crypto 7 or Maddie or Brazology or anyone, but you see this here. This is a great point brought up. That's 70 million in USD sitting in Hex whale wallets. Are they waiting for 11K and pray because Richard Hart doubled down? And is that therefore hurting the Hex price? Because people think that Hex is going to be under a penny if Bitcoin goes to 11K, which probably would, honestly, if Bitcoin dumps like that. So there are a lot of people in Hex that are thinking, why should I buy now if we're hitting 11K? Richard Hart's always been right. So is Richard Hart, unintentionally maybe preventing Hex from going up higher? Obviously, this is over, in the macros, it doesn't matter because in the macros, like obviously that money is going to come in because there is going to come a point where there's a bottom confirmation and they're just going to be like, whatever, I'll just buy it at 10 cents instead because it's probably not getting any lower. But in this short time frame, is the 11K and pray hurting the Hex price? That 15M clip with Maddie was awesome. Yeah. Which one? 15M? People love his wholesomeness. That is true. Listen, yesterday really enjoyed it. So curious if Richard Hart will change his bottom prediction, how it will... Yes. Was that you who brought it up? Someone brought it up in the comments. They're waiting for Pulse launch. But if you're waiting for Pulse launch, you're going to miss it. You have to buy before Pulse launch, right? You have to buy before Pulse launch. But if you're waiting for 11K, right? If you buy once Pulsechain's announced, you're buying on a double. But if you're waiting for 11K, then you're going to want to buy it at 11K. That's a solid price point. But maybe they're foolish and they're waiting for the news. Could be. And that was Big Vi. So Big Vi, thank you very much for bringing that up. I'm sorry if I didn't quote you every time. I quoted you many times, but that was a great question. Traders be wrecked. I'm actually writing down it was you. So next time I say it, I could. Big Vi. Big Vi asked the question about RH 11K holding back X. All right. Done. Thank you. Thank you, Big Vi. Considering how the update about V3 started pumping Hex, I gotta call the 11K call. I gotta think the 11K call matters. Maybe not in the big picture, but it's interesting. Agree 100%. It matters. It matters because he's not big enough to, disrupt the regular crypto markets, but obviously what he says has an impact on Hex for better or for worse. There's no question about it. And Crypto 7 says that has been a factor, but the money from outside communities will pour testnet V3 seeing the start from now. That's true. Also, the money from them is going to pour in too, and it's if it isn't already. So that is true. Always great points by Crypto 7. Yeah, so that's some interesting stuff. And we got 61 watching. So please like and subscribe and go to furufinance.com. Book your free session today. Link in the description. Is there any other questions? But yeah, things are starting to turn around, okay? Turn around. Beginning of the end, guys. Beginning of the end of the bear market. Right? Beginning of the end. So keep the hopes up. Stay on TikTok. Michael Light says, dude, Richard is one of the most influential voices in crypto. That's not true. Whether they like it or hate, RH is usually right about BZC. It's not true. He's not one of the most influential. Dude, Vitalik goes on TV regularly. Hoskinson, yeah. Richard Hart's got his biggest following is on Twitter, 280,000. Like Hoskinson's got 1 million. Vitalik's got like 4 million or something. He's not yet. And that's why his price calls could still be right. Because once you're big enough that, once you're big enough that everyone knows about you, your price calls are usually wrong. Because even if your price calls are what based on like the market, are supposed to be right, when you say them, it disrupts the market dynamics. So let's say even, if let's say Vitalik says Ethereum top in the next bull market will be 11,000, then it's going to get front ran and it's probably going to dump first, or maybe people will pump it above it, just to, I don't know. But the normal market dynamics are disrupted by Vitalik. He's that big. And that's why I say Jim Cramer can never be right, because Jim Cramer is the news. Buy the rumor, sell the news. Jim Cramer is the news. So there will come a point. That's why it's good to follow people on the fringes, because the people on the fringes could be right. And once they're known, once there's a trading indicator, that everyone uses it, it's gone. It's not usable anymore. So there will come a point where Richard Hart will either have to make his calls in private or not make calls. And there probably will come a point where Matty Allen will be so big that, thank you, Matty, that his price calls can never be right. I mean, that's just the way it goes. Or Crypto 7 or anyone. Because when you get big enough, it's too late. You just can't be making those calls anymore. Look at Michael J. Burry. Delete Michael Jay delete his tweets, bury. He's never right anymore because he's got how many followers on Twitter? Michael J. Burry. He's got 1.3 million followers. News agencies regularly report on him. They made a movie about him. He doesn't have the edge anymore. He doesn't have the edge. He's too influential, and that's why he's always wrong. And like that's why his tweets are always deleted because he can't be right. That's just the way it works. So yeah, I mean that's the way it works. That's the way it works. And I think Richard Hart is not the exception. And I think he's just going to stop making price calls. But that doesn't mean he has to be wrong now because he's not that influential yet. That's the good thing. That's why you're early. That's why you're early to Hex. If Richard Hart was one of the most influential people, it still might be a good trade. It might be a good, investment. There's good yield. There's going to be good performance. But that's why you're early. He's not that influential yet. Angel funds. That explains why I'm always wrong. I'm too big. Exactly. Maybe that's what I'm going to say when I start getting wrong, or if I'm wrong. If I'm wrong about any calls that I make, if I'm wrong about this being the beginning of the end, then I'm going to say it's because I'm too big. But yeah, I mean, I guess that's it for today. Unless you guys have any questions, go to furufinance.com. Go book your free one-on-one today. Prepare for Pulsechain launch, or just get some insight into cryptocurrency markets, things like that. Schedule today. And can you guys go to my Facebook? My Facebook has no engagement, no comments, no likes, nothing. Nobody uses Facebook. Go like my stuff on Facebook. Not marketing advice. Gotta get the boomers have the money, guys. Yeah, go hit up the likes on my Facebook. And Big Vi, thanks for the stream. Thank you for your insight. That's why I love the comment section. A long day ago. Hard to think of 11K just because of the standard dip that crypto does. Never have we had all banks looking into accepting crypto as currency. That's another thing. Yeah, adoption's gone up. Also, another thing I forgot to say is that the 11K call was because last cycle Bitcoin dropped 85. So Richard's saying this time it should drop 85. But the thing is, last time Bitcoin pumped like 5 times more. It pumped 5 times. It pumped like 100x instead of 17x. So if it pumps more, it should dump more. And if it pumps less, then it could dump less. So maybe a 5% less dump would sound reasonable. Deliberately wrong, so we do the opposite. Bitcoin is so overbought now, but it still may push 31K before retracing. My best estimate is 13.5 drop. RH actually updated to 12.5 way back when we saw. Here's the problem, though. You're saying 13.5. That will be. You're saying it's pushing till 31K. So when's that going to happen? Within 2 weeks? Within a month? And then it retraces. So going up to 31K plus going back to 13.5K, it's probably going to take 2 to 3 months. And the longest top to bottom was like a year and a month or something. This would be the longest bear market in the history of crypto if that happens. I'm just saying, like by far. I don't know if that, you think that, and we're getting so much bearish news and still not having much downside, like Crypto 7 said. So I don't know. I think everyone that's out is out, but yeah, honestly, I never say never in crypto, and I never say never to Richard Hart's calls. I respect the calls, so I'm not going to say anything conclusive, but I think it's more likely that we bottom than we didn't bottom. But appreciate you. 2 months. Okay, I mean it's possible. I don't think so, but Richard Hart agrees with you. So, but yeah, I guess that's it for today's stream. Please go to furufinance.com. Please like, subscribe, and follow me everywhere. And I will see you tomorrow at 12 p.m. Eastern Time. Have a great rest of your day.